right. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I've had my Nissan Leaf now for just over a year, and I figured, it's time for my year update. So let me go get it. Hang on. Psych. Nissan Altima. So I know what you guys might be wondering, what's going on with the Nissan Altima? I thought this guy had a Nissan Leaf. Well, this guy does have a Nissan Leaf, but the Nissan Leaf is in the body shop right now because this guy was in a hit and run accident on the highway, but you know what? I got it all on dash cam. And I'm just going to give you a little updates on what happened and how it happened and when it happened and how everything went down and why you should get a dash cam and blah blah blah. So just keep watching. But I at least wanted to show everybody what happened and the tragedy that ensued and why I do not have it right now. So stay tuned for more about my Leaf. And this is the accident that took place. So what you're about to see is me merging onto one highway from another. When I was trying to merge onto the highway, there was an 18-wheeler that was in the right-hand lane that was right beside me. And he makes his best effort to get over into the next lane so that I have space to get on the highway. Now, whenever he merged over, I think that he merged over in front of the guy that ended up hitting me. And this is kind of what happened. At this point, I yelled out his license plate number so that it would be on the audio of my dash cam, and I was hoping that he was going to make his best effort to pull over, but he made his best effort to get away from me. One thing that's nice to know about me is that I'm f***ing crazy, and I don't care who you are. If you mess with my stuff, I'm coming after you. So that's what I did. Now, out of respect for this guy and the fact that I received semi-threatening text messages from one of his family members shortly after this accident, I'm going to take out his voice, but I'll still put what he said in captions. You hit my car, so you need to pull over. All with just a few taps in the Capital. Yes, you did. On the Capital One app, receive. I merged onto the highway. You need to pull over. I decided to just call the police and let him go because I knew that I had everything that I needed right on my dash cam. So after that whole incident, I have my car back. It took a few weeks, but I finally got it and it looks good as new and ready to go. So by far the most important thing that I can really stress about that whole situation is that you need to get yourself a dash cam. Because I had one, the state trooper basically just told me, look, just give me the video footage and I can take care of the rest. Because typically they would have to verify the damage on my car, match it against the damage on his car once they found him, and it would be an entire whole longer process. So if you can do yourself any favor, get yourself a dash cam, even if it's like a pretty cheap one. You can get a decent one now for like $35. But in any case, that is not the most expensive thing for me personally, financially, that happened. The worst thing and most expensive thing was this. I was on my way to work one day, driving along as usual, when tragedy struck. I would say I was the victim of debris in the road and ended up with a severely bent rim. Thankfully, my tire held air because there is no spare tire on the Leaf. I called Nissan to ask about a new wheel. $384? Yeah, no. This prompted a whole string of things. I bought a new wheel from Amazon, I got 2 new tires, and I got a 30,000 mile service done because at this point I might as well. I also learned the hard way that the expensive Nissan wheel is probably expensive because it has a hole for the valve stem in a very specific spot, so that way the hubcaps fit properly back on the car whenever you put them back on. Well, because of that, I would like to introduce you to my $15 set of Toyota Corolla replacement hubcaps with Nissan logos stuck to them. The total cost of my trip to work that day? $714. So essentially, with really needing some new tires and stuff anyway, and wanting to get some of that maintenance done on the car just because I was not the original owner, it was a little bit pricey. But the worst part about it was the freaking wheel. Like, why should I have to pay almost $400 just for a steel rim Nissan? Get it together. Like, I could buy a set of 4, like, pretty decent custom wheels for that price. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway. So the third thing that I had to deal with was definitely one that just kind of snuck up on me. It was something that I couldn't figure out what it was. I had no idea. I kind of narrowed it down a little bit, though, by looking at some Nissan Leaf forums and kind of figured out what it was. But check out my dramatic reenactment of what happened. What was that? That was pretty much it. Every time I would come to a complete stop or start moving from a complete stop, my car would make this clunking noise. Now, what it basically came down to was there was this bolt somewhere in the axle, and then some other things that, you know, they just kind of tweaked and greased and whatever, and it was all covered under warranty. So there it is. Apart from the incident that I had with my wheel, the hit and run accident that I got in, and the little clunking noise that my car was making that Nissan actually fixed for free under warranty, I really haven't had much issues. I think the worst part about it was the 3 weeks that I spent in a rental car. I had a V6 engine that was just guzzling the gas, and when you're used to spending only $30 to $35 a month to fuel your car for how much I drive, the $143 it took over 3 weeks in gas was a big hit, and it's making me feel really good about the fact that I bought this car in the first place. In the end, my car got a little bit of a facelift. I have new hubcaps now, and I even received these bitchin' sunglasses here that are probably 50 cents in the mail from an attorney's office right after I got in the accident. So who came out ahead, really? Me.